Welcome into Let's Talk Kentucky. I'm your host and moderator, Sherelle Roberts. We're here with the Let's Talk team. It's Susan Mills, Kim Dixon, and Lisa. Hi. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
How's it going?
I skipped into work today. It was so beautiful.
Oh, my
gorgeous.
gosh.
Yeah.
It's a good day. Fall is my favorite season. Now, I'm finally ready. I know Susan's been like, I'm not ready for pumpkin spice. I want to hang on to my margaritas. But I'm ready now. I'm ready to make the transition, you know? And that's because fall is political season. And you guys know I love a good political season.
Nerd.
And it's heating up. I am a nerd. Tonight, there's a gubernatorial debate. So we'll get to hear from both Attorney General Daniel Cameron and Governor Andy Beshear. So throughout the campaign, Beshear has highlighted his plans for economic growth, his job creation, we got a lot of battery plants, his healthcare expansion, and his expansion of voting rights. Cameron has highlighted his record on public safety and also battling Beshear and the executive branch during the pandemic to keep businesses open. So that's what they've been talking about. Now, Beshear has been criticized for his stances on diversity and inclusion and his handling of the pandemic. Cameron has been criticized for his handling of the Breonna Taylor case and his stances on abortion and reproductive care. So we will get to hear from them tonight. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about. The debate is being sponsored by the Kentucky Chamber of Commerce. So lots and lots of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
You're so excited. I think I'm going to watch it too. This is exciting.
Yeah,
It is.
There's a lot of really important issues that I feel like I need to hear from them
Yes.
on.
And I want to hear from them from their mouths because I'm tired of those commercials.
Oh, yes.
Daniel Cameron,
Exactly.
Andy Beshear, it's like they're just, it's so much, just coming, it's just so
Yes.
annoying. So I'm ready to hear from them.
Yes.
You know,
Agree.
it's time. So, speaking of that, I love when we get a little extra tea right before the debate because it just makes the debate even spicier. So this week, Attorney General Daniel Cameron moderated his stance on reproductive care. Throughout his entire campaign and during his time as Attorney General, he has said that he was pro-life and he would not condone abortion under any circumstances, not even in the case of rape or incest. So now he's backtracking on that stance, which is unpopular with the majority of the American public. And so the change in this stance, he's now saying he would make exceptions for rape and incest. It follows some polling, which says that Cameron is behind Beshear by about double digits.
Yeah, yeah.
See, this is discouraging because whenever the polls come out, I just feel like I don't want to see a politician change their stance on things just because of what the polls say.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually, I don't mind it on this one. I
Really?
do. I think that this actually could help him in the race, and I think that's exactly why it's happening. But I mean, I think that it's, you know, it is overwhelmingly popular for, you know, for this particular issue with birth control and whatnot. So I think he had to look at the exceptions and realize that it's just not going to work for people.
He has
and
to
it's not
keep that
gonna-
word, though. If that's the and the stance that he takes, I really feel like he has to implement that should he be elected.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Well,
not just promises.
But it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to watch this. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, campaigning and governing are two different things. You say a lot of stuff while you're campaigning, but when it's time to govern, you're like, oh, there's rules? What? It's hard. So, you know, he's updated his stance on abortion, but that got me thinking. I had to do a little digging because, you know, I like to know. I wanted to know Attorney General Cameron's stance on birth control, okay? Now, let me tell you why. I got a little survey here. This is a survey from the Kentucky Right to Life. And so all of the candidates who were running for governor in the primary had the opportunity to fill out this survey, and it was on multiple stances about abortion and reproductive care, okay? On the survey, Attorney General Cameron indicated that he would be in favor of legislation to ban the use of government funds and Medicare and Medicaid funds for the birth control pill, the morning after pill, and Depo-Provera, which is a shot, a birth control shot. So this would make birth control unavailable to thousands of Kentuckians who are on Medicaid and Medicare. Now, we reached out to Attorney General Daniel Cameron's campaign to see if this was still his stance. We haven't received an answer as of now, but we hope we will get one.
Yeah.
But that's big. So he's moderated publicly on abortion, but we still don't know where he stands on birth control pills, because as of the primary, he was anti-birth control pills.
Yes. Yep.
This is huge because we need to have this available
We do.
for everyone.
100%.
That's right. That's right.
We have to.
And we were talking about this earlier too, where where the day after pill, you know, if that can be separated from actual proactive birth control. So, you know, that is that's a huge issue for a lot of people, the day after pill. And, you know, and we know the details, we know that, you know, we all have our opinions on it, but the bottom line is he gonna separate those two to make birth control, proactive birth control, available for thousands and thousands of women out there?
Yeah, it's really interesting because, Lisa, you're right. There are a lot of folks who feel, even though the science doesn't pan this out, who feel that the morning after pill, which you take after you've maybe had an accident or you've had unprotected sex to prevent pregnancy, is a form of abortion. There are people who feel that way, even though the science doesn't bear that out. And so a lot of folks are against that. But morning after pill and birth control are two different things.
Yes.
And so we want to know. I mean, again, women have made their voices heard on this issue. After the Dobbs decision overturned Roe v. Wade, women made it very clear that we don't like you messing with our choices, okay? What we choose to do is up to us, but we don't like you messing with our choices. So this is going to be important in this race.
It really is.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to come up in the debate tonight, but I hope somebody's watching and they ask him.
I hope so too. I want to know.
Yep.
If not, get on it. Somebody find out and tell us. All right, well, if that wasn't spicy enough for you, hang on for the countdown combo because we have even more spice to talk about. Stay with us because we want to discuss why women are less likely than men to get CPR given to them. Let's talk about it.
Let's Talk Kentucky is brought to you by Critchfield Meats.
This is your season to smile, to gather together and discover the moments that matter, to jump into the fun and join in the celebration. To help get you ready, your Aspen Dental team is celebrating 25 years of affordable care with an epic anniversary savings event. Right now, new patients without insurance get a free full exam and x-rays. Plus, everyone can get 20% off their treatment plan. But hurry, because while the season won't last, the memories you make together will. Aspen Dental. Book today.
Paw Patrol Live, the great pirate adventure has set sail for your city. You and your kids will see your favorite pups live on stage in this musical adventure.
Playing Rupp Arena October 6th and 7th. For tickets, visit pawpatrollive.com.
Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. And after 35 years, we now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America. Fighting for you. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan.
Whoa! Big news! DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. New customers, download the app now to get $200 in bonus bets when we go live. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
Andy Bashir wants to talk education. His record, Andy closed down our schools. Regular kids still haven't recovered. Fewer than half can read or do math at grade level. I'm Daniel Cameron. As the husband of a teacher, I know we can do better. The Cameron Catch-Up Plan is about supporting our teachers and getting kids caught up. I won't just campaign on education, I'll get it fixed because our teachers and students deserve it.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. I'm Sherelle Roberts, and it is time for the countdown conversation. This is the part of the show where we discuss as many topics as we can in 6 minutes. So we have had a theme this week. It has been emergency preparedness. We've talked about emergency kits. We talked about Smart 911. Today we are talking about CPR, but specifically ladies CPR. I'm concerned. So there's a new study that's found that people are less likely to give CPR to women than they are to men if women have an emergency in a public area. And this is because Women, have larger chests than men, and some people feel uncomfortable with where do they put their hands, where do they do it? And then there's also a concern that there may be some allegations on the back end of sexual misconduct. So women are dying because people are afraid to give them CPR, but they're giving it to men.
Okay, I want to make this clear. If I am dying, feel free to put your hands anywhere, anytime, if it's going to save my life.
I know that's right.
This is horrifying to me. And women, 23% of men survive this particular situation, whether they collapse in public or wherever. They are more likely to be saved than women. It's so sad. Women are dying from this. And the thing is that, you know, I think that we have to modify the training, because the training dummies, of course, they were, you know, they're flat-chested, they're very generic, and I think we have to have a discussion about this. I mean, we do have to talk about the chest area on women, because it's different for every woman, and I can see where people are a little hesitant getting, you know, getting started, but if you're saving somebody's life, doesn't matter. You focus on where the sternum is, where the breastbone is, you focus on that area, but wow, this is horrifying.
That's absolutely correct. I did, you know, CPR training when I was a lifeguard. Now this was many, many years ago, and I'm not saying that it's still this way, but we had the male dummies, the mannequins that we would practice on, and then it got, we switched to, so we would put the human body and like as if it were a dummy, just to feel like the flesh, you know, just the difference. And but the women were told not to do that, that we would just be practicing on the men, because they did not want to have them touch our chest, which I thought, well, if I'm in that role, I want them to know exactly what they're doing. But and I just want to point out too that these statistics aren't staggering. It's not like, you know, 25% versus 75%, you know, less likely to be performed CPR on. So it's like 55-45.
Yeah, but still, that's too much for me.
Yeah, exactly.
So not only do we need mannequins that look like women when we're training on this, but also we need mannequins that aren't teeny tiny, because most people aren't teeny tiny. Like more than 50% of Americans are overweight. So we also need to know how to do CPR on overweight people. We're missing a lot here.
That makes a lot of sense. You can't know everything about the body, even those of us who've been trained in CPR, exactly. Something that I was thinking about with this, who gets CPR training? Who is qualified? A lot of places require it. A lot of warehouses, a lot of police officers, firefighters, those are all male-dominated fields. Some people are getting trained and some aren't.
So that's that. Now we have another chest-related topic, cup size. So women with larger chest areas may be more reluctant to exercise regularly. But a new study has found that when women with quite large chest areas get a breast reduction, exercise picks up, and it's really productive for them.
Yeah, I have had a few friends that have had breast reductions, and they definitely said that exercise, it made a huge difference in exercise. Less pain, made it more pleasurable actually to exercise, less self-conscious about their chest area when they're exercising. So
that's a good point, because sometimes, like when I run, I have a larger, maybe average chest area. So when I run, sometimes it's painful. And so I have to like double or triple up on the sports bras just so it won't be painful.
Yeah. You know, this is not only an issue for women, but we know that young girls, when they're small, do a lot of sports, gymnastics, soccer, so forth. But when they start to go through puberty and they start growing in their chest area, they stop doing sports, and that's unhealthy overall, and it stops many of the benefits of sports. So these are things that we have to think about.
Absolutely.
And finally, solar power. Everybody wants to move to solar power, solar-powered cars, solar-powered houses. But there was an investigation done in Spartanburg, South Carolina, to see if people who switch their whole house off to solar, what happens. And some folks were disappointed because they were only saving about 30 to 50% a month, but they paid a lot for those panels. So is solar worth it for these folks in South Carolina? They said, I don't know.
I always have a spreadsheet for everything, like doing cost analysis. Just ask my husband, it drives him crazy. But I'm looking at, so I got an estimate. The solar roof is usually between $40,000 and $60,000 to install, okay? I don't know what your average utility bill is, but that's gonna take take a while to see that return on investment. And with this, you know, if you say stay in your house for 20 years, you may not even see the return on that.
Yes.
And then what do? You have to replace, fix the solar panels. So I think it's a good step forward if you're wanting some clean energy, but if not.
Yeah, I agree. You know, it depends on what you want out of it too. You know, if you're looking for money savings and all of that, might not see that for a while. But if you're looking to actually help the environment or something like that, then that's a whole different story. So it really depends on what you're looking for.
Absolutely. I think using new forms of energy doesn't always work out well at first. They're showing really good things with like tiny homes and RVs using this stuff. When we apply it to something bigger, we've got to do our research to find out where you live, how much you want to spend, how much power you want to get out of it. It's so new that we have to really do a lot more research than we will in 20 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good talk, everybody.
Yeah,
we hit the gamut. We did it.
Good job.
All right, everybody, stay with us. Coming up after the break, we talk to one of our friends from Lexington's Latino Festival.
Let's Talk Kentucky is brought to you by Critchfield Meats.
Next, ET, our Ethan and Maya Hawke exclusive.
Let me publicly say on Entertainment Tonight that I'm really grateful.
Inside their unique father-daughter dynamic.
Next,
E.T.
Tonight at 7 on ABC 36.
Your choice of attorney is critical. And if you're injured, you need to find an attorney who has trial verdicts in Kentucky. If it's a serious wreck,
get a serious attorney.
Insurance companies know who tries cases here in Kentucky, and they know what the results are.
We're neighbors. We're farmers. We're business owners. We're moms. We're dads. We're you. We're your Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives. During these challenging times, we're doing more than keeping the lights on. We're doing everything we can to keep costs competitive for you, our members. To learn more about what we're doing, go to togetherwesaveky.com.
Now some breaking news. FanDuel is coming to Kentucky.
Of course, all anyone has been talking about today, FanDuel is going live soon.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. FanDuel is coming to town. Fun is about to begin, everybody. I'm pumped. Let's go.
America's #1 sportsbook is headed to Kentucky. Get $100 in bonus bets when you sign up today. Make every moment more with FanDuel.
Car wreck? Think Golden. Golden Law Office has multiple multi-million-dollar verdicts in the state of Kentucky. Insurance companies know that.
We know the inside of the insurance business and use it to your advantage.
Celebrity Jeopardy is back. Yeah! Hosted by me, Ken Jennings. All right. Celebrities compete to win $1 million.
What is Nashville?
What is Arctic?
What is the incorrect answer to this question?
Celebrity Jeopardy premieres September 27th on ABC.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. I'm Sherelle Roberts. The Let's Talk team is here, and joining us at the table is Betty Abnashani. She is here to talk about Latino Festival, or Festival Latino. Welcome, Betty.
Thank you very much.
So glad to have you.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yes. So tell us about some of the exciting plans and highlights that we're going to see with this year's Festival Latino.
Okay. Well, again, it'll be held at the downtown Courtyard Plaza. It's actually a 3-day festival, but 2 days are at the plaza downtown. The first day is Friday, the 22nd, I believe, and that's from 5 to 11. Saturday is from 4 to 11, and then on Sunday we have a health fair that continues on at Masterson Station. So it's a busy 3 days.
Yeah, I didn't know about that health fair.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's really cool. So how has the Latino Festival evolved over the years? And then another part to that question is, what makes this year's unique?
Okay, well, it has evolved. It started as small gatherings. I believe one of the first ones was at Triangle Park. And we started way back, perhaps as early as 2000. We remember the 2001 event was canceled because of 9/11. And then we missed we had 2 virtual ones due to COVID. So this is probably, we're off a little on numbers because of those cancellations.
Yeah.
So it could be the 20th or even more than that. Wow. And it's gotten much bigger. We have great sponsors, Toyota, Mi Pequeña Hacienda, Humana, there's a whole list. We have a lot of events.
Could you talk to us a little bit about the cultural significance of the Festival Latino in Lexington?
Yes, it's we're trying to celebrate and recognize the Latino population in Lexington, in Kentucky, and our achievements, particularly also to celebrate and have young people recognize the richness of their culture.
Yes,
that's wonderful.
How important is community engagement in the success of this festival?
Very important, and that's, you know, we work with the community. We work with everyone, but our focus is the Latino community. We do a lot with them. With us, I'm part of that community. I used to work in Village Branch in Cardinal Valley, so that put me in contact directly with the population. I'm Latino, our board members are, and so we do, you know, we work with all kinds of venues and help whoever we can and bring out mostly the resources that are in Lexington to help those newcomers. And really, it's not limited to just Latinos. We reach throughout the community. And the important things to remember is Latinos is not just Mexicans, it's everybody. There's more than 26 countries that we consider that are called Latino, or Hispanic heritage even takes, it's a kind of a different geographical area. But so we're celebrating everyone. We'll have a beautiful flag parade to begin with every country represented. We have music from all of Latin America, you know, so there'll be merengue, bachata, Mexican music. There'll be a little bit of everything.
Sounds like a blast.
Yes, it will be a lot of fun.
Well, Betty, we are excited about it. We've been talking about it for a couple of days, and we'll definitely be there. So we hope to see you.
Oh, I'll be there. Look for me at the information table.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
And you all can learn more on the City of Lexington website, lexingtonky.gov. All right, everybody, stay with us. Coming up after the break, you need to check your cheese. We'll explain.
Let's Talk Kentucky is brought to you by Critchfield Meats.
No matter how many crunches, core work I do, this will just not budge. Hi, my name is Vanessa Simmons. I went to Sono Bello and I had them remove all of my stubborn body fat right here in one visit. I saw the shape of my body changing immediately. My stomach is definitely flatter. My waist is tiny. I see curves that I didn't even know I had before.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
I feel like I got my confidence back.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-336-2869 or go to sonobello.com.
Dear Diary, today we spent the day at the Kentucky Horse Park. There's so many different type of horses. The biggest horse that I ever seen pulled us around in a trolley. Even the cops rode on horses. I met a Kentucky Derby winner and his name was Funnyside. He was my favorite. Who knew they had all these shiny trophies? They gave me a big horse to ride. It was awesome. And I can't wait to go back. What will you experience at the Kentucky Horse Park?
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan.
Everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. So before the break, we told you that you're going to need to check your cheese, and so I'll just tell you about that really quickly. So Kraft Singles is doing a recall on some of their cheese. Their wrapper machine malfunctioned, and so some plastic will stay on your cheese after you unwrap it. So please be careful about that, and yeah, check your cheese.
Yeah.
But we want to push on because we did get an answer from Attorney General Daniel Cameron's campaign. We asked before the show started if he said that he would make some exceptions when it comes to abortion. There would be exceptions for rape and incest, but we wanted to know what his stance was on birth control because in a primary survey, he indicated that he would prohibit the use of government funds, including Medicare and Medicaid, for birth control. So we got an email. We asked him directly, is this still his stance? To prohibit, and the answer we got back, and I'm reading it directly, it says, quote, Cameron does not include emergency contraception or birth control in his definition of abortion. So
we still don't have the answer on whether or not it's...
Yeah, it sounds like that's a totally different issue in his mind, and it sounds like his stance on birth control stands where it was. That's what it sounds like, based on what you just read.
It's unclear. So again, I wanted to read it directly because anytime we ask somebody for comment, we're going to give you the comment that they gave us. Yeah. I'm going to have to follow up and see exactly what this means, but we do appreciate the Attorney General for
that was good that they responded.
All right, and so we like to end every show by highlighting a woman we're talking about. Today's woman is Mazzari Suarez. She's an advocate for social justice, civic engagement, and immigrant rights. She's been involved in the immigrants' rights movement for many years. She's active in local organizing, food and housing, outreach, and racial justice. She's also an education advocate. So, Mazzari, you are a woman worth talking about. Congratulations.
Congrats, Mazzari.
Yes. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. As always, we're going to be talking about what you want to hear about, so we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.